Yep. More or less.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Total War Rally Point Live. I think that's the title. I say something different every single week. Thank you for bearing with us. We were just working through a few final tech issues, but in good news, we should be live on the actual link that we had on YouTube this time. So that's always a win. Right. So this week we are going to be talking about Sayl. We're going to be talking about Throg, and we're going to be talking about Wulfrik. So joining us, we have. I've been told I maybe have the wrong camera. You're looking left. We're going to be talking about Norska. So we have the same guests as last week. So you guys, what's your experience of working with Norska on this DLC?
Yeah. Hello.
Hello.
I think he asked the question, but we did not hear him.
We did not hear the question.
What's your experience of working with Norska on this DLC?
Oh, that was one of the most fun experiences. Figuring out all the new units we could add, making sure that the lore is both appropriate for Norska as a separate faction, but also aligns with the Chaos Warriors in a way as well, and everything is as lore accurate as possible. It's been quite interesting, and especially with some of the units that we've developed there,
Yep.
they proved to be quite an interesting challenge. So yeah, I guess a lot to talk about.
Fantastic. Well, Vasil, as you answer, I will just get us over into the game so that we don't have to keep everyone waiting too long.
Yeah, Norska has been. So we try to do basically as much as possible to make it better, to make it a better experience overall.
Fantastic. I'm not going to ask you to repeat that answer, but they may have only heard half of it. But that was one of the best answers to a question I've ever heard in my life. So I appreciate you giving it.
An amazing answer, trust me on that.
Yes. So we're going to start off with Wulfrik. I've tried to angle the cameras in a way that we don't cover anything. So we are going to see what we can do there. Let's start off with Wulfrik. We're going to talk about some general changes. I know the content creators have covered quite a bit, so we're not going to go maybe as in-depth as we did on our previous, but we will make sure we cover off everything, and I think something that the content creators may have missed, because I've not seen it in any of their coverage as part of the rework. So we'll talk about some of those bits, and then we will do just some extended Sayl gameplay. Because you guys were only able to get here the second before we started stream, you have no idea what my Sayl save is. Usually I show a little bit and give a... You don't know the chaos that I have caused. So let's talk about Norska kind of in general. So as usual, there's been a little look at the tech tree.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we've looked to basically everything that Norska possesses, and one of the things has been the tech tree. The tech tree has been long needing a major rework, major update. And with that exactly, we tried to address some of the more egregious issues with the balance of the effects and the benefits that they receive when compared to other factions, with the durations, with the requirements for some of the techs. We've tried to maintain the raiding aspect and the marauding aspect of Norska, the fact that they need to travel to pillage other lands, and the tech tree it reflects this in a variety of ways.
Yes, so that's the conquest part, right?
That is the conquest part, yes.
So we've got all of these kind of really thematic buffs for all of the different factions that you're fighting.
Yeah, the thematic buffs were there before, but they kind of landed a bit in an empty space.
Yeah.
Right now, there are multiple ways to get them. You can either you could either capture the settlement that is mainly required for that faction, or you can perform battles against that faction. So you're basically learning their secrets as they're fighting them.
Absolutely. And what I've noticed as well is these two here, they're costing spoils, which we'll talk about in a second. These seem to be the unique technologies for each faction.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a trend that we did for Sanesh as
Yep.
well, and all the Norskan characters have two unique texts, which, as you outlined, are on the two sides of this tree.
Yes. So a lot of little changes here. I will say, the Seymour Orders tools is the tech I now rush to on each campaign. Global recruitment capacity and duration reduction is absolutely vital for the way that I play, which is high casualties. A lot of people die when I play. I booted up this save of Wulfrik just to show off some of the spoil stuff. I will highlight. I've had a hell of a time as Wulfrik. Obviously started over here, took the territory, and I will flash up just before we finish off with Wulfrik the dilemma that lets you choose where you get to go. Everyone loves a start pos dilemma. But I went over. It looks like I came over here and I've done an awful job in the Empire, right? I've only got a few Chaos Shrines and a few settlements. I actually haven't done an awful job in the Empire. I've done an awful job in Bretonnia, where I was thoroughly kicked out of Bretonnia by Orion. I owned all of this, and then I sailed off, and then he took it all from me. So watch out for the Wood Elves being a bit aggressive if you choose to go over there.
So you chose to go to Bretonnia first and sail there.
I did. I took all of this. I felt good about myself. I left it, and then I turned around, and it was all gone. So now,
as long as you manage to get all the spoils and pillaging,
I
think
did.
You're going to be fine.
Well, that's why I was going to say, because I've got Destruction of Bretonnia, but how have I got that when I'm over here in Altdorf? That's why. As you'll see as well, honestly, guys, I'm pretty much dead. Like Boris Stormbringer's the Empire at war with me. They've got a 20 stack. Karl Franz is just here. Like Wulfrik his wandering days are very limited, but that's fine. He only needs to survive one turn for this stream for us to be able to do things. So,
did you capture Skeggy at least?
So Skeggy up here, right? No, I mean I gave away all.
Starting position of Wulfrik.
I gave it all away, and I thought I'll just wander around, and I have been thoroughly beaten up everywhere I go.
This is a tiny bit of detail, a fun bit of trivia. Wulfrik starts nearby Skeggy, and Skeggy is a very useful thing to actually hold.
Well, that would have been advice 43 turns ago that would have helped this be slightly less painful. So, yeah, Wulfrik's I had a real fun time. So his unique mechanic, we have shown it, and I will show it in the other save. But when you're at sea, you can teleport to any known port with a cooldown. And you'll teleport armies alongside you as well. But some of the bigger changes to Norska. Firstly, there's some new tiers up here for the cults. The altars?
The allegiance.
Shrines? What are they called?
The allegiance.
There you go.
The allegiance to the gods.
Yes.
So yeah, we looked at the allegiance of the gods. We wondered quite a lot of how to improve it, how to try to adjust the way that it was previously. As previously, it allowed for you to reach maximum allegiance to a single god, and that felt odd. It felt odd that they would just pick one guy and one god. And stick with it. So right now you can go to max allegiance with all the gods. The effects have been reworked. The rewards have been reworked. The final reward, the best of them, the character, still remains a choice of just a single one, as they're quite powerful, and we don't really want to give too many, or at least not for Wulfrik or Throg. But the rest, spoilers. But the rest has been overhauled and tied to a different change. What happens when you actually decide to dedicate the settlement? I imagine that's what you're leaning in towards, Josh, and that is the altars.
Yes. So a few changes there as well, which we'll show off in a second. I'm just moving chat to make sure I can keep an eye on it. So again, as these streams have tended to become, it's me giving you my personal opinions on your work. What I've really enjoyed so far about the Norska rework is all of the factions feel like they are different in terms of which of the mechanics you're focusing in on more. And also, you really have a choice on how you want to shape your Norska campaign. So I will show you the Throg campaign, but it's completely different to this. I've not done any of the monster hunts with Wulfrik. I'll be honest, survival has been the goal of my Wulfrik campaign so far. But I've not done any of the monster hunts here because they weren't fitting in with the campaign that I was trying to do. I've done a lot more of the altars. I've done a lot more of spoils and pillaging and raiding. But as we'll see
Obviously, you've been raiding.
yes,
You've been raided.
I mean, honestly, the 30% upkeep reduction on raiding is how my economy's managed to stay afloat a lot of the time. But what we'll do then is we will take this settlement, we'll pretend that the campaign's going really, really well, and that I was obviously going to defeat the Empire. And we'll show off just some of the options here. So we still have Raising a Chaos Altar. Obviously in all of the different flavors. So I think it's starting here 5, 10, 15 to get all of these different allegiances up to max. So that's 60 altars you would need to cap it out.
Right now, when you decide to take a Chaos Altar, you don't need to take a punishment from one of the gods.
Yep.
So basically, it improves whatever you choose.
Yes. We have Colonize, which costs spoils outside of Norska.
Yes.
Outside of Norskan wastelands.
Yep. And we're seeing here the primary way to get spoils. So we can sack it as usual. Still always a great option. Like, Norska don't have the strongest economy, as you will see in my Sayl campaign. So sacking, sometimes a really good option, especially for those bigger settlements. And then we have this new thing here, Pillage and Raise, right?
It is worth mentioning that we have done steps to adjust the Norskan economy and have a little bit better, to remove the over-reliance over ports and spread a little bit more towards controlled settlements. But still, Norska is very much a raiding faction, raiding culture. They do need to go and pillage.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. I would still always recommend to, even though you are Wulfrik the Wanderer, to have some sort of a seat of power where you can have, like, this is your own kingdom, even though it's very small, and then rely a lot on raiding and pillaging. But developing at least one province or something like that is still going to be quite beneficial for the economy.
I think having a home province, that's why I grab all of the global recruitment stuff. Having like a home province where I can build up all of the bigger tier 4 and tier 5 stuff to then recruit it into my raiding army has been really beneficial. So we'll pillage and raid here. I don't think what any of the creators have shown are these raiders rewards. So this is I don't know, it says small chance. I'm going to guess it's like 10%, 5 to 10%. These rewards are really, really cool. Someone correct me in chat if like a creator's gone through and shown all of these, but they are. So I've managed to get one in my Throg campaign, which I'll show. I managed to get the Forge Hammer. Some of these, so this one, for example, access to Tzeentch's teleport stance. Like, that's such an interesting mechanic to put on an item like that Norska can then access in this way. So yeah, I don't know if I've seen anyone covering this, but there is some really interesting, tasty stuff in here. So feel free to, when you guys get access yourselves, feel free to have a look through and see if there's anything you really want. The only thing is you can't really control which one you get. But I'll tell you this, guys. When I, in my practice for this stream, pillaged and raised here, I did get a Raiders reward. So if I don't get one now, I'm going to feel pretty cheated.
Don't look at us.
I did not. So you do still get a magic item. So there are reasons to be going. Like, I'm finding with Norska, you've got really good ways to build up your like ancillaries and your equipment. But those items are very tasty. Like, some of them are like, with Throg, getting that hammer is really nice. So we've raised it, and now we've got a little army here.
Overrun the world.
Yep. Yeah, that's the marauding army. So as you mentioned, spoils is a new resource. And that marauding army is the biggest source of that resource, which you need to take over one of the settlements that you control, either an altar or a regular settlement. Once you do that, they're going to return the spoils, and you can reinvest these spoils in a variety of actions, be it for settlement development or raiding actions somewhere else. So there are different ways to use spoils. You do get spoils while conquering, but just less than what you're going to get with this army. You can use that army for other purposes if you like, of course. They're not that greatly powerful, though, so it's good to keep them alive until they return home.
Yeah, that's the important bit here, that technically this army can be intercepted on its way back home. So depending on where your nearest settlement or altar is, it's important to try and think in advance of how you are going to get the spoils back to your own place.
Yep. So you're right in that if you go and pillage too far from home, which I've done before, it takes quite a while to then have to sail all the way back. So it incentivizes you making those little hubs. I think you can drop them off at altars as well, but making sure that you've got something in the region to be able to send things back to. Right, what else? I've got a list here of the things to show with each lord, because there is just so much there. Wulfric's skill tree. Worth a little look. Obviously, Seafang is his ability, but it is still there as a activatable ability in battle.
Yeah,
yes.
it remains an ability in battle. Now it's an ability in campaign as well. So Seafank is very prominent for Wulfrik.
There's a question from chat. Does the AI also have to use those armies to get their spoils?
Yes, they do.
So
You can intercept the AI.
Yeah, I was
returning
gonna
the
say.
spoils. You are not going to get the spoils yourself,
Mhm.
unless you are Throg. No, you're still you're still not going to get those spoils yourself.
The
But
spoils
you
will-
can interrupt Norska from getting those.
Their spoils will be spoiled.
Yes.
Okay.
I just wanted to say that.
But yeah, very like that's a great call out from chat. It's a fun way to be able to disrupt Norska, especially as if they do it to one of your provinces, being able to stop them at least getting the loot home from it feels like you've got your own back. I will quickly boot up then into the very first dilemma that Wulfrik, or maybe the second, dilemma Wulfrik gets of where you get to choose to go, just to show people what the options are. Can you build up spoil carrying armies or use them as normal armies?
Do you mean if you can recruit additional units for the armies with the spoils?
No.
Yeah, you basically have only those units that are there, but you could use your main army to reinforce that army and make sure that they get to where they need to safely.
I believe there is also a way to increase the number of units spawned. There you go. Yeah, so they do come with an additional 3 units. Yeah.
Yes, but this is through technologies, and once the army is spawned and basically it's starting to return the spoils, you get the units that are already in the army.
Yep. So here I am, this is the pretty typical start as Wulfrik. So you do get an option whether you want to keep your province over, is it Trollford? Whether you keep Trollford or not, and I chose not to because I wanted the money, and as Vasil pointed out, a mistake that will cost me very dearly in the future.
Trollfjord, no, but you didn't take Skeggy, and that's going to be a mistake. That's going to cost you. We tried to give options for Wulfrik at its start. So he starts
Skeggy
with his home, and he can return back to his home, or he can uncover different ports around the map. So he can actually use Seafang to teleport there and start his campaign from these positions. So Wulfrik is very much intended to be more mobile, more versatile, and you're actually showing exactly this.
Yes. So we have here as well the. So someone's saying, is it intentional that Wulfrik can choose to stay in Lustria for the money and then immediately teleport away to Norska so as to get both half of the dilemma? I think that's kind of what we're showing here as well. So I'd say intentional for Wulfrik. You're choosing the intent of where you want to spend your campaign, or at least the start of it. It's very easy to move around, especially if you can get a lot of map information. I think
you can return to Norska anytime you wish, with Seafang now being able to teleport, and it can be quite beneficial for you to get there and make your seat of power in Norska, then sail away to Bretonia instead of probably sailing away first to Bretonia. Depends on how you want to do it.
Effectively, what you do is you choose where to uncover. Like this is your spies telling you information of the world and what's happening and what's surrounding you. So basically, if you want to go there or not, that's up to you, and you need to use Seafang for this. But for the reason that he's detached, leaving the domain of the Norskan domain basically is not an unreasonable place to be.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, if you start from a different position, you can continue your development.
Yeah. And because you can, again, if you'd kept, you can still go back there right from the start, right, using his mechanic.
Yeah.
I will say, I went to Bretonia most of the time. Sometimes I went to Marienburg. Every time I went to Marienburg, this felt like a thunderbolt. Marienburg is a hard place to try and immediately take. And then on top of that, you've got Karl Franz at your door. So if you want I'm going to try and beat up a lot of humans campaign, Marienburg is a pretty fun place to start. If you want Orion to, absolutely destroy you after you think that you're comfortable, Bretonia is a good place as well.
I mean, we've given the player a lot of options on where they can start off. And keep in mind that even if you start off somewhere, doesn't mean that you have to keep being there for the rest of the game. The Seafang has a cooldown, so you need to be careful on when you use it, but you could use it a whole number of times in the game.
And as they saw, it does grab nearby armies. There was a question of where does AI Wulfrik start?
AI Wulfrik starts at the 12th fjord, if I
Yeah.
believe correctly.
Yes, because we're gonna. I think that is everything we need to show for Wulfrik. Because we'll jump on over to Throg, who I confederated Wulfrik with because I beat him up very early. All right, let me just check that's everything we had to show. Oh, one thing I did want to show. No, it's all right. We'll do that with Throg.
Do you want to look at the use of spoils with Wulfrik, maybe?
I was going to throw up his victory conditions first because we always get some requests from that. So defeating lords from the following races here is quite a variety objective, letting you kind of dictate how you want to play. And then we're seeing further of that there, but you are going to have to do more of that altar work. Okay. I have more spoil stuff to show, I think, with Throg, because my Throg campaign went much, much better than my Wulfrik campaign. So I'll jump over there. So my conclusion, again, you're forced to kind of sit here and hear my thoughts on it. My conclusion was Wulfrik feels very much like the wandering raiding faction. Like when I'm playing him, I'm jumping around the map a lot. I'm taking out all of these different places. I'm leaving altars. I'm sometimes leaving armies to defend them, and I should have left armies to defend Bretonia. But most of the time, I am going and like balancing pillaging and raising altars. That's how that campaign felt to me. Very mobile. I fought so many different kinds of enemy. It was insane. Throg, to me, feels like the settler Norskan faction. He feels to me the most like I'm going to actually settle Norska more because of his ability to convert is it Trollkin to spoils? Yeah, so because you can generate spoils through other means, he felt like a faction I could be a bit more settled with.
Yeah, Throg is actually intended to be more settled. Wulfrik the Wanderer is intended to be a bit more wandering and not that many settling options around the world. So basically, you go somewhere, you raid, you pillage, and you move on. It's as one might do.
So to talk about the buildings before we talk about Throg's unique mechanics up here, I actually think I sent this in a chat to you guys very early on when I started playing. I really love the design of Norska's buildings, being able to transition between you're spending money or you're spending spoils. And if you're spending spoils, you either get more powerful or different effects. This is one of my favorite like building tech tree designs for any of the factions because of this. If you invest a bunch of spoils, you can have in a tier 3 province stuff that otherwise you would need in a main provincial capital, right? I think that's really smart. So I will say that to your faces. I really enjoy it. It made it really fun to play.
Spoils can be very, very useful. Just being able to recruit tier 4 units from tier 3 buildings, if you invest spoils in it, it's going to make your campaign feel quite different. You are not only getting them earlier than usual, you can also get them in places where you wouldn't before that. And for there was some for tier 4 units, tier 5 units in the tier 4 building as well. So it's
especially for settlements for campaigns that you're on the go. Maybe tier 5 is a bit difficult to get. You can spend a little bit spoils and even skip the upper levels.
Yeah, it's that help of like, oh well, I've not been investing in my economy because I've been going around everywhere. But that's okay. I've got loads of spoils and I can compensate and I'm not punished effectively for playing thematically as a raider. So I really, really like that. The second set of building trees we will very quickly look at is the altars. Because they have their own. I think Sayls are able to go up to tier 3. Everyone else is at tier 2.
Yeah. So altars are now, after you dedicate something to the god, a settlement to the god, you can build a limited number of buildings within these altars. And they will give you either a temporary respite because your base is somewhere outside or too far away, or just boost your potential depending on what you're doing or what you want to do.
Yes, and you do kind of have that way to specialize them. Most of the time, it's because this has got a port, but most of the time it's just one slot. So you are having to choose which of these buildings is best. Troll Kingdom is exclusive to Throg, which we'll talk about in a minute. But otherwise, it's that it's deciding if you want to get Chaos Warriors there, thematically to the altar that we've chosen.
Yeah, basically, port settlements are the exception because they have the port. They gain an additional slot because of it. But every other settlement will gain just 2 slots, one for the altar itself and one for the secondary building.
Yes, so it's a way to, if you don't want to make settlements, to be able to recruit some stuff, even if you don't have a main province there. Okay, I am looking at the chat. I can see some Sayl questions. We will get to Sayl. I'm trying to speed through this so that we can do as much Sayl gameplay as we can, but there is a lot. This was probably one of the biggest reworks I've seen for a faction in a long time, so there's a lot to discuss. Right, should we talk about monster hunts?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, let's.
So you start off with one of these glory hunts. Only this one unlocked unless you get the tech, right?
Yeah, so Throg is more the monster-oriented guy. So he starts with the hunt directly pushed into his face, basically, and he's much more capable in terms of hunting the other monsters than the rest of the Norskans.
So once you've taken one of those glory hunts, that's when you unlock the second set, right? And these work a bit differently.
So there are now 3 categories and 24 in total monsters for you to hunt, which is basically doubling the previous number that we had.
Mm-hmm.
Within each of these 3 categories, the first one is related to the RWARs, and they are unlocked from the tech tree as previously.
Yep.
So you can achieve the RWAR recruitment within time. But then there's my favorite, that's the second category. And the second category is the taming hunts, in which after you defeat a monster, on the next hunt, you can actually get the monster itself within your army. And then the third category, it's called trophy hunts, and the trophy hunts remain just for the trophy and for the hunt itself. These are supposed to be a bit more challenging, a bit more interesting for completion, but they're not going to give you anything else than the rewards given here.
Yep. So
they are giving unique items.
Every single hunt gives you unique items in the form of the trophies from these monsters, and these items are pretty cool, if I might say.
Yeah, and the money's always nice as well. Plus a bit of a buff. So really, it's then if you want regiments of renown.
The taming hunts are the ones that can be the most interesting because they give you a lot of interesting monsters to play with.
They do. It's been I think it's a toad dragon that I got on this one, and it's just been very fun having a toad dragon as part of the army, joining all the trolls. So really, it's glory hunts are for a regiment of renown. Taming hunts are for a kind of a consistent way to get. I don't know what the category for them is called on the recruitment. Is it monstrous something? Monstrous Arcanum units? Is that what we're calling it? So
the book is the monstrous Arcanum. So
yeah, and the book itself as well.
And then trophy hunts are the ways to get some powerful items and bragging rights for having killed these specific enemies.
Yep.
And you need them to become the Supreme Hunter.
You do. So if you want to become Supreme Hunter, I've got to do 5 trophy hunts. As you can see, I've just been enjoying doing taming hunts, but I will eventually go for this buff.
Yep.
Right. Is that everything for Norska that isn't Throg?
Yeah.
Well, he said that isn't Throg.
Oh no, it's not. The dictats, the provincial actions.
Oh yeah.
The marauding actions.
So we have, and also, interestingly, different costs here. So this one's costing control, the other 2 costing spoils.
Yeah, the marauding actions are, again, trying to supplement the fact that you're intending to more damaging stuff around you rather than capturing. So you use a little bit of spoils, or you sacrifice a little bit of control over a province in order to gain the benefits.
Yes. I see questions in chat about if Throg is getting the River Troll Hag. I know there was discussion about that, and that there maybe is ongoing, but I don't think we have anything new to share on that right now.
I would say we'll keep you posted.
Yep.
Discussion still undergoing. This is undergoing development.
But to talk about trolls in general, guys, I loved this Throg campaign. This feels right to have this many trolls in one army, and for them also to be relatively cheap. This feels like the most Throg campaign I've ever played. So where to start? I guess with some of his buildings. So the very first thing that you're going to have with Throg are these specific Troll Kingdom buildings, right? This is your first interaction with it. So you're building Troll Grottos up. They get you some money, which is nice, but they're getting you these 2 currencies. So are you guys able to talk about what the difference is between Troll King's Dominion and Trollkind?
Yeah, so basically Throg is now a proper Troll King, or at least that's the intent for it to be. And the Troll King Dominion allows him to summon the monster horde, summon the trolls and the monsters under his command in order to supplement his armies. And Trollkind is the guys that he actually attracts naturally towards his settlement, which actually help him out to develop further the Troll Kingdom and to develop further his monstrous horde.
Yep. So the troll kind up here we've got as one currency, and the Troll Kingdom is unlocking these different stages of the calling the monstrous horde and various buffs for trolls. So this is how I've managed to get upkeep a bit lower. But alongside that, you are hunting out specific locations to get different kinds of trolls, right? So this little icon here, and you guys are going to be really upset because I think you're going to see that I only built the Bile Troll one. When I first played this like 2 weeks ago, this UI wasn't working on that build, so I didn't see where all of the specific locations are. I haven't built many of the nice troll places. But you have all of these specific places that you can go and hunt down to get specific kinds of trolls and add them into your army, but with a cap.
Yeah, it's worth saying that positioning plays a much bigger role. Something that we forgot to say about the monster hunts is how they're actually played. Monsters are hunted in their natural territories, in their native places, and that's very much similar to the trolls themselves. With the monsters, you're getting on the track of a monster within its territory and trying to find where it's located with your hunting party. For the trolls inhabit certain areas. So the river trolls like water, as one might presume. Stone trolls, mountains, and so on and so forth. So the trolls are going to be located in specific areas in which you need to capture and build specific building that would allow you to actually recruit them.
Let me see. I think there's river. Yeah, so I do really want river trolls. So I will eventually go down here. I have been building an army to get ready to go and capture myself some river trolls.
Yeah, some trolls are not that typical for Norska and live pretty far away, but Throg is still kind of their king. They are going to recognize him as a king. So if you encounter those places and find them, you will be able to recruit trolls that are not naturally in the roster for Norska.
Yeah. And to look at that building then, so this here we can see, this is giving me Chaos Trolls. I believe there is a cap on how many you can recruit per building, right?
Yes, they are, as Mutual mentioned, they're still not native to Norska, and as such, Troll cannot command an infinite number of them. There is a cap to them, but it's still a pretty reasonable number.
Yeah, so where are some trolls? Again, I didn't build very good troll buildings. There you go. So I've got, I think, 3 different Bile Troll buildings. So a cap of 20 there. I'll have my 20-stack Bile Troll army soon by the end of the stream. But yeah, a really fun way to be able to go around, to kind of see what kind of trolls you want and go pick them up in all of these different locations around the world.
It is worth mentioning that the small icon that can be seen over the trolls, they give you Trollkind as well. So they help you actually accumulate more points for you to develop your Troll Kingdom.
I did also start Hunt for Us. I saw someone ask if the hunts are for every Norskan faction. So yeah, every Norskan faction's getting spoils, getting the allegiance, and getting monster hunts.
Absolutely.
And in fact, I think the next campaign I play will be a Wulfrik just a hunter campaign, where I'm just going around the world hunting things down, because clearly trying to be a pillager has not gone well for me. So he's going to try a new profession, see how that goes for him. But yeah, Throg, you can get trolls up pretty quick, and then you can really buff them up with some of his skills.
Yeah, Throg is all about the trolls. So we've made sure that he can buff them up nice and make them quite strong. So they are going to be a lot more useful in your armies, not just by generating Trollkind, which is an important resource, but also actually really packing a punch in battles.
Yeah, absolutely. And a lot of these buffs as well being faction-wide means that, sure, Throg may be the Troll King, but Wulfrik the Wanderer, he's dabbling. He's starting to understand the superiority of trolls. So
he has submitted to the Master Troll.
Exactly, and you can see there attacking from sea as we promised. So if I was to, I just want to see if I get a unique Raiders reward. Not that time.
Nope. But you got a magic item again.
I did, and I will show on Throg as well, because he managed to nab one. The Forge Hammer, which is the dazed contact effect. Because Throg isn't the fastest, all right? The dazed contact effect, and you can see I've debuffed his speed with the accursed armor. It doesn't matter. They can't get away from me. I can't chase them. So once I manage to get into combat with them, it's very fun that they're dazed, and I'm just kind of chasing them, smashing them with a hammer. But yeah, the armor piercing damage has also been very tasty.
Yep.
So
you can get quite a lot of nice artifacts from raiding.
Yeah, it is worth mentioning that all these artifacts are completely new and available to Norska only for now.
Yes, and not only I'm trying to find a way to transition into I want to press this button. Not only has he got all of these cool artifacts, but Throg also has the mechanic, right, where we're building this up for a reason to call the monstrous horde, which is a little bit like a Wa, but a bit different in how it operates. So when you've called the horde, your troll kind generation stops.
Yes, so you call on the monster's horde, you call on your forces and friends in the monster party, basically, to join a single character.
Yep.
Or at least at the beginning to join a single character. You can choose which one, Lord, of course, but that would allow you to summon a pretty decent army to assist you in any difficult conquests. It's worth mentioning, though, you are not quite the maximum level, but when that reaches maximum level, the scope changes.
Yeah.
And now it's not just going to be a single one.
Well, so now I've got a pretty sizable invasion force here. Bretonia is in real trouble with this Wulfrik. This is the Wulfrik that I should have had in my other campaign. If only he'd teamed up with Throg. But what is fun as well is Wulfrik, because it's a Lord mechanic, still does have the ability to jump around. So, I have a massive army of trolls right now, and Marienburg may finally have to rue the day. But yes, that is, I think, everything I can think of for Throg. So he's got his unique little buildings. Not that one. These ones here. So the ability to build up these troll caves, 2 different ways that you can specialize in the end. But if you do want to play a bit more of a settled Norska, which is, I think, what I've done here with Throg, then you have the ability to start sacrificing Trollkind to get spoils, which is, I think, and you can see it's only a little amount. It's only 30. I mean, some places you can pillage for like 1.5k spoils if it's a massive location. So you're only getting a trickle, but if you're choosing to play wide, then the ability to build quite a few of these and build that up has been really, really nice.
Definitely accumulates.
Yep. I mean, at the moment, my Trollkind's doing very well because of mostly my units. I've just thrown trolls into every army that I can. But, it's expensive to keep buying all these trolls, so at some point my economy may catch up with me.
Trolls are good. You should.
I did get very lucky on this campaign because Wulfrik declared war on me turn 5, came and attacked me. I had fought a very difficult battle against him, but killed him, and then I had loads of Norska from the start. So this has been a very nice campaign where Rakarth did just have a massive war with me, but otherwise it's been collecting all the trolls and playing some sort of troll Pokemon over in Norska, which has been very fun.
Well, I guess it's time to march south and do some troll stuff there.
It is. That would be... but I will do that in my own time so we can, I think, get into your specialty milk show and show off some of the new units in the DLC. Let me just double check that I have told... this is the first faction rework I've ever had to write out every single mechanic to make sure that I show it all off.
Well, it was one of the oldest factions that haven't received the rework recently,
Yep.
so we made sure that there is a lot there, and that all 3 factions that you get now within Norska actually play quite differently. As probably you were going to show with Sayl.
I will, yeah. So, yeah, that's what I've written down is from my playing. Throg feels like the settler, Wulfric's the raider, and I've got Sayl feels like the gambler, which we'll go into in his playthrough. So I think that's everything for Throg. I've shown off his victory conditions there for those who are interested. So that includes, interacting with this troll mechanic. And I think we're going to just show off some of the battle units, and then we're going to jump into a Sayl campaign. The only other thing I'd show, which... I really liked was the unique skills for Throg are just more troll buffs. So if you really, really want to go hard in on trolls, this is another way to get them, including capacity. I will say, I personally have just actually gone down more of like the troll tech tree here. So it's have I gone for Mir? There's trolls here. There's Elder Trolls there. But Rally the Tribes I like for the upkeep and capacity. But I think it's interesting that those techs being there mean you've got a little bit of a trade-off here of a bit more of a campaign tech tree to get these troll bits, or you can choose to buff them through this tech tree.
I think it's always smart to buff up your trolls with Throg.
It
I think
is.
the Monstrous Army is one of the more fun things you can do.
Absolutely. So that'll be the end of our Throg section. I will shuffle us onto a battle. Cool. Just have a look at chat to see if there's anything there. Will Throg's AI use his troll mechanics?
Absolutely.
You can expect a lot of trolls on your door if you are close to Norskan.
So playing an Empire, look around. They're going to be somewhere around.
So I think the showcase yesterday showed loads of these, and the content creators have had like 2 weeks now with all of the battle units, so we won't spend a huge amount of time here, but I didn't manage to recruit a Chimera in my Sayl campaign, so I'll make sure that they get time to be shown off specially. Before we do, a couple of things I just wanted to call out from previous streams. So number one, the Sea Elemental has had a little bit of a VFX glow up. There was some feedback that it maybe looked a bit flat, so things have changed there. I did have a side-by-side video when I had this up when I was testing it earlier. I do think it looks a lot better. So quite enjoying that. And Caradron has got his new face. He hasn't got a huge amount of face because he's got a big helmet.
I mean, technically, he always had a unique face.
He did, but it's more unique.
But it was really hard to actually notice that under that huge helmet. We made sure that his features are even more unique now, so that you can actually notice it easier.
Yes,
Now just make him sing.
Unfortunately, I can't hear in-game audio. I'm sure chat can hear. He is singing right now. It's unless you want to, Vasil, you want to jump in and do that. So we can talk about some units here. We won't spend too long, just because we do have we have a lot of these in Sayl's campaign. So let's start off with the Marauder Bearmen.
Yeah, so the Marauder Bearmen are going to be a new infantry unit from Norska that is going to pretty much breach the gap between the regular Marauders and the champions. They are very good frontline in the sense that they can hold down the line a bit better than most Marauders. They are tougher, more resilient, don't deal that much damage. So if this is the playstyle that you're looking for, you might be using them. They go really well together with some of the other new units that we've added to Norska, more specifically the Kurgan, because you can now utilize more hammer and andrew tactics with them. As Marauders are generally not really that good at holding down the line. They're mostly about killing the enemies. Of course, we've added 2 different variants for the Marauder Bearmen. They do have variant with great weapons as well, if you want a little bit more of oomph in your attacks. So they are also a nice option and an overall pretty decent unit, especially if they are around the new legendary hero that we've added, Bjork, because he is really good at buffing up Marauders around him, and even better at withstanding enemy melee attacks and fight for a very long time in melee. He is even a good dueler, even though he doesn't have that much kill potential. He is very good at fighting for a long time in the battlefield and holding up those lines.
Yeah, I found that like Marauder Bearmen are a really good mid-tier, like mid-campaign unit for Norska, but with Bjorg, you can take them into like the middle top tier where you can start to really punch above their weight with them. Obviously, we'll show that more in the campaign side when we've got those buffs from his skill tree. But yeah, I think they filled a really nice gap there for Norska so that you've not got that massive jump from Marauders to Chaos Warriors.
So you still have Marauder Berserkers if you want to really be going on the anti-infantry. And Bjork himself has an anti-infantry profile as well.
Yeah.
So I think this is the first Norskan hero that has anti-infantry instead of anti-large.
Yep.
So, yeah.
And there he is in all of his glory. The ability as well for him, Bear Fang Talisman, which I think is from an item.
Yes, this is one of his special items that gives him even more damage resistance. Again, he is the tanky type hero.
So we'll talk as well now about our Kurgan horsemen, who maybe for me, the like shock. I'm not a big cavalry person. I really like Kurgan horsemen. They are
Yes,
fast
so
and they hit hard.
the Kurgan Horsemen are a new cavalry unit that we are adding for Norska and Norska alone. They are still light cavalry, so pretty fast. We have two different variants, one with dual weapons and one with greater weapons. But their most important thing is that since they're not very armored, with only 15 armor, they're not going to be that great when charging up directly at enemies, but they do have devastating flanker. And with a charge bonus of 40, which is being doubled when that happens, they are extremely good at attacking enemies that are currently busy fighting something else or trying to run away and dealing a ton of damage to them. So holding down lines with Bjork and the Bearman, or some of the other monsters that you can have for Norska, and then using those Kurgan horsemen to do a flanking charge is going to be extremely devastating to opponents. They are still cheap, relatively cheap cavalry for you to use, and they are not expected to take down some of the hugest monsters or the toughest infantry. But for the price that they can be very potent if used in the right way.
Yeah.
If you are charging heavy cavalry like Chaos Knights or something like that head on, they're not going to perform too well. But I mean, they are Kurgan, and coming in with Sayl, who is quite sneaky.
He has a buff for them as well.
In a sneaky way, they're going to be outperforming most of the other melee cavalry that we have.
Yep.
Just that they get actually considerably better when they're under the control of Sayl, as he is more specifically tailored towards using them at their best rather than Throg or Wulfrik.
Yes. Yeah, we'll show he's got a special, because I think there was some concern of it, but he does have a special little buff for them as well. Right, what next? We won't do the RORs yet. We'll save them. We could talk about the Famir Noble, who I don't know if it's intentional, but I think he's just really endearing. Like I look at him and I just think, what a cute guy.
Like most Famir, I guess.
Yeah, I think it's just having like a turtle with me. I don't know. I've just really enjoyed having him in Sayl's starting army. Like he's been with me through so much. But yes, what are we looking at here with the Famir Noble?
So he's the big new generic hero for all Norskan factions.
Yep.
That is the monster type of hero, going to buff up other monsters. He has a huge damage dealer profile. I mean, with that weapon, that is pretty obviously a lot of armor piercing damage, and is basically a great damage dealer. He has the abilities from the mists, similar to to other Famir, which make him tougher and even more dangerous on the battlefield, especially when he is above a certain health threshold. So yeah, it's going to be, if you are looking for a character that is going to dish out a lot of damage on the battlefield, the Famir Noble is going to be able to provide that.
Yes. One thing I forgot to mention that I will also mention is I didn't actually see any discussion on it on chat, but I think we are as well currently looking at maybe adding post-launch a little bit more variation to some of the Bearmen. They don't all have, so they don't all have top knots, or they don't all have the exact same hairstyle. But there's I know there's been some discussion of that as well. I didn't see that in chat, but I have it in my notes for if anyone asks about it. So I asked about it.
Discussions on that are still ongoing, and we are always looking for feedback again, as we've said in previous streams. So we will see what we can do about them.
Right. What have we got next? Oh no, I've forgotten the Dreadball. Where's he? It must be glitched. Where's he gone? We'll have to talk about him after we started the battle. We've got the Chimera, so let's land the
Chimera, a new flying monster from Norska, and the Beastman, I believe, as well. So this is a very interesting new monster that has 4 heads. If you're thinking that they're just 3, you're probably not seeing the little one on the tail behind there. So, very interesting monster that has all kinds of different attacks, flaming attacks, magic attacks, poison attacks. It even has a really cool breath ability. as well. It is going to be a very variant monster. It has, because so many heads and so on, it's immune to flanking and so on. So even if you push it into the middle of the enemy, it's still going to be performing quite well.
Yep.
And with its breath weapon, it's also going to be very good against infantry. Poison attacks also make it good against other monsters. So overall, one of the stronger monsters that Norska is going to have access to.
And we have here the ROR versions, so we can quickly talk about them. So we got the Bloodshriek Chimera.
Yes, the Bloodshriek Chimera is a special type of Chimera that is more powerful in certain ways and just better overall.
Yeah, so he's got that perfect predator ability.
When it is, this is when it's out of melee,
Yep.
it will actually heal up a bit. So if you want, you can make it move away for a little bit and then get it right back into the battle again, healed up and ready to go for round 2.
Fantastic. So we will quickly talk about the other ROR then. So we have here, and I did bring in their counterparts just in case anyone is interested to see the difference in stats between them. So Marauder Horseman, you'll see the flavors here. So we got the Serpent, the Eagle, and the Crow.
Yeah, so basically for Norska, technically we are adding more regiments of renown than we usually do.
Yeah.
Because we usually add about 3 regiments of renown. In Norska we did 4 because we wanted to complete all the Norskan gods that didn't have an Aurora before this DLC.
Mm-hmm.
Technically, only the Hound had an Aurora unit before that, which is the type of Norskan Berserkers. So yes, we've completed the roster now with all the other gods receiving their own regiment.
You can see as well the number of battle songs and all of the abilities stacked on top of the ROR version, and I think that extra speed as well, making them very potent.
Yes, well, those are the Mighty Serpent. Let's not say the real name of the god because
it's not. It is the serpent.
Yes.
Yeah, no other god involved there. These things were very fast units,
Yes.
so it does have those additional abilities there.
And joining the Serpent, we have the Eagle. Definitely the Eagle.
Maybe this unit having a barrier now kind of gives it away what god this might be. But yes, we've added magic attacks to these types of chariots and made them a bit more ego aligned, let's say.
Not Aisling.
No.
Not least.
And last but not least, we have the Marauders with Great Weapons.
Yeah, Marauders with great weapons now aligned towards the Crow.
Yep.
Again, you can be expecting some poison stuff surrounding them and poison attacks. So, yeah.
As one might expect with the Crow, of course.
With the Crow, yes.
Yeah.
All crows are poisonous. I will say these guys have been...
Not sure about all ones, but this one.
Yeah. They've been really, really useful in the... they're such an early regiment of renown that you can get as well. So they are so good for when I realise I'm in trouble and I need to panic recruit some regiment of renowns. These guys, the poison attacks for them is really, really useful against some of those starting
and they're
armies.
quite durable as well, like most Crow units. I mean, yeah.
Yep, the Crow is known for its durability.
Yes. So we will get into battle just so I can show the Dreadmaws. Otherwise, they're going to remain hidden. The battle is not really a battle. It's 1,000 peasants trying to run across a bridge. So we won't properly play it. While they're on the way, we will show off Sayl. So Sayl here, he's got the Nightmare ability. You can buff this up in the campaign in other ways. I've seen that there has been a lot of discussion from that on chat. I will hold on. Let me read out my notes first. So we know that there's been discussion around the Nightmare being a unit. The Nightmare is a very complex and bespoke creature, especially animation-wise. We have read a lot of the feedback on it. We have taken it very seriously for months. We've had those discussions. So I don't want to hide from that discussion for you guys, but there aren't any plans currently to change its implementation as it currently is. The goal is to make sure that the Nightmare was represented, and it was important that Sayl had a way to call upon it. And it was important that we could get him in, and this was the implementation we settled on, and that felt feasible to do within what we have. But you still do get to see him. Let me. Whoop. There he is. Just the nightmare creature who does a ton of damage to the especially low armor. I would say been trying to work out the trend, but low armored infantry he's absolutely been shredded through. But yes, we have we have seen that feedback, so don't you guys think we're ignoring it. It's just the
it has a ton of limbs,
yes.
so it is.
Oh yeah, there you go. That's the
creature.
But yes, so Sayl, apart from the Nightmare, he does have an item that he can get relatively early on.
Yeah, I do believe that you get it after you complete his first unique quest battle.
Yep.
So yeah, Shackland's Teeth is very, very good item at sniping down enemy lords or characters. It's actually a bag of teeth that he has collected
Yep.
From mages that he has encountered. So an item with some interesting lore behind it. We wanted to make sure we add it in one way or another for Sayl. So yeah,
no teeth were lost in its development.
No. And you can get him on top of a mammoth as well, which I think we do have in the campaign.
Yes, and when you get on top of a mammoth, you are going to have him on better line of sights because obviously when you are further up, we use physical simulations for most of the projectiles, as you probably already know, and for spells as well. So you are going to be able to target stuff easier with it.
Let's see if he gets to throw some teeth. There's the little bag. And off they go. I don't know. I mean, against peasants.
The bag is on his belt.
Oh.
Yeah, he's holding the skull. Okay.
He's holding the skull.
Oh yeah. I saw I just saw the little dangly bit and thought it was a pouch.
This is the skull. This is the guy that you can see on the trailer for Sayl.
So we will
doing the ritual first.
quickly talk about the Dreadmore. So this is maybe one of the most unique, in terms of mechanics.
Oh, it's definitely unique.
Caused a lot of headaches from what I've seen in bug reports.
You cannot see it.
How they interact with stuff like settlements and all those kinds of things. But yeah, so they're tunneling, so they can't be targeted at this point. Can anything hit a Dreadmore?
So yeah, when they're burrowed underground, they can't really be targeted by anything. So they're invulnerable to damage, basically, but they cannot attack as well. But once they decide to burst out, which they decide through the press of a button that you do of a special ability, they can dish out a lot of damage to anything around them and then start attacking everything in their vicinity.
Yes.
They also have a poison attack that they can spit at a range at a pretty far away.
Pretty decent range.
They
do a decent artillery.
Use them like that as well. They also have a special ability that can make them burrow even deeper and then appear much further away in almost an instant. Not exactly an instant. There is some.
And there's a good range on that, as you guys can see.
It has a pretty good range. Yeah.
It can burrow under walls, and it's worth actually saying that while he's burrowing regularly, he cannot go under walls or mountains or other different types of collisions. So if you want to pass an impassable terrain, you really need to burrow deep to use that ability.
So that is a question I've seen from chat. So if I use deep tunneling, that's how I'm going to be able to get through, as it says there, walls and rocks.
Yes. So with deep tunneling, you can get in between impassable terrain. You can get right inside the enemy settlement. But it's important to keep note that the Dreadmore itself doesn't have any capture power, which means that it cannot hold capture points or things like that. So you can't really use it to go inside the settlement and capture it immediately.
I think they definitely take a bit of getting used to as well. So my advice for people who start playing them, don't forget that you've popped up the Dreadmore somewhere and just left them there.
The Dreadmores require a lot more micromanagement, let's say, to take the most out of them. They are not a very high tier monster. They're only a tier 3 monster.
Yep.
So you can get them quite early and have fun with them.
I would ask for everyone to remember how easy it is to pop a unit up somewhere and then forget about them when you see how low my Dreadmore's health is on this Sayl campaign. Just remember, and we all make mistakes, and we all pop up a Dreadmore and then leave them getting battered for 20 minutes. So, I have 2 Sayl saves, and I think I'm going to go for this one. We all get to experience together whatever anarchy and chaos I've created in this one. Right, so we have
a loading screen for Norska.
Oh yeah, I think I saw some people talk about it as well. So, new loading screen. Whole new faction for Sayl, but the mechanics of Sayl, is that the manipulations? Is that his main?
Yeah, it's manipulation. So Theo is a treacherous person,
Yep.
let's say, and manipulations are the interpretation of this as he's trying to navigate the attention of the Chaos God, the attention of the Chaos God's followers.
Yep.
But also the way that he tries to navigate his relations with those around him.
Yes. So I will pop up that in a second then. So to talk about Sayl start, as you can see, look, my Dreadmaw got absolutely battered. So we start off over here, and we take over Mountain's End first, right? That's kind of the intended experience.
Which is a new territory, as probably Mutual was going to say. This is a new province with 4 settlements that we did specifically for Sayl, as we saw that part of the map being a little bit too clustered, and it felt like this would be appropriate starting position for him, going towards the Bastions or going towards the Chaos Land. So we extended the map a little bit, give it a little bit more breathing room to have a little bit more space to move.
Yes,
and I think we initially had him right next to Kolek, and that was
he was getting a lot of function there.
Not that great, but yeah, we expanded the map a little bit.
Yep.
To make sure that things are not so clustered.
Yeah, and he starts in. So we spoke about it, but we didn't hover over this icon. So he starts in a Norska region, which is one of the few regions where you can occupy it without spending spoils. So you can always make altars. You don't need spoils for altars, but if you want to make an actual province of buildings and proper military support, then you're going to need spoils. So, as you can see, I have been waiting because I really need some spoils in my Sayl campaign. I am starving for spoils because obviously his overall mechanic is a bit different to everyone else's. While they're dedicating their Chaos Altars to all of these different animals, definitely animals, great serpent. There is only one Chaos Altar that's being erected for Sayl, and that is just the Chaos Altar that can go up to level 3.
Yeah, so while the other animal gods had their own altars, we've actually forgot to mention a little bit that while you dedicate to that different god, you get their specific altar with a little bit of a difference in what they offer. So Sayl is performing a ritual, so his goal is to do an ultimate ritual where he gains the most power, the best stuff, the most bling, basically. And so he doesn't really wish to dedicate himself to any single deity or to even pay attention to the deities themselves. So he's trying to do all this for ritual to gain arcane power so he can accumulate more power for himself.
Yep.
He is a very selfish person.
He is. As shown by, I think, one of his abilities, the backstabbing sorcery. So all for Sayl's benefit.
Everything is for his benefit.
It is.
Any caster casting magic on the battlefield is going to feel the presence of Sayl.
Yes.
Again, as you can see in his trailer.
He likes to steal stuff. He likes to punish others for this. Yeah.
So that comes in. So here you can see, and I'm sure people have spotted it, it's saying here, spawning an Empire encounter, and that's unlocking different tiers of manipulations. So you don't start with all manipulations unlocked. You are going to have to work to get them. These battles are really fun. A lot of kind of twists and reinforcements. I will say Sayl's quest battle, I think the influencers have shown it. One of my, thematically, such a fun quest battle to play of skedaddling around the map and trying to work out where you should run and when you should run. So that's been really fun. But the other quest battles that you're going to be fighting are these. I haven't quite, as you can see, gotten to the Chaos Altars needed to unlock the most powerful version of manipulations, but that's what you're building up to, right, is the Dark Ritual.
Yeah, so actually, in the terms of the quest battles, Sayl doesn't really like to be challenged by more powerful forces, so he's using a little bit of cunning, a little bit of running away when he needs to, so basically everything to survive and to grow on his own.
Yes.
And these quest battles and these actions that he does with the altars on the world map, they attract the attention of the Lizard Man, they attract the attention of the Empire, and they try to challenge him, to stop him, of course, with varying orders of success, depending on who's playing, but you need to defeat them in order to progress and to unlock further manipulations to gain more power.
Yep. And someone was saying, which thematically goes on from what you were just saying, of does Sayl get punished if he keeps angering those gods? Yes, he does.
Yes, he does. If he overextend his reach, he will get punished. He will bring the bad attention of Not the gods themselves,
Yep.
but those that follow the gods and those that actually fanatically see him as a threat. So there will be some repercussions.
So I think there was some discussion about it after the blog of is this mechanic, is it just one of those where you can do whatever you want and you know, without any repercussion, you're spending a currency or whatever. Oh, guys, you cannot just do whatever you want. This is why I call Sayl the Gambler. I have had there's a reason I've got 2 campaigns, and it's because one of them I absolutely ruined by just pushing I got so unlucky. I got loads of like the max tiers, and when I'm using these manipulations, I'm usually like a little bit desperate, right? And if I'm a little bit desperate, I don't want things to be going wrong at the same time. But if you push it, if you're getting yourself into worse situations, which I tend to do, the situation will get worse the more you gamble. And what a great lesson to teach people. But
Getting the attention of the gods here is not necessarily a good thing.
Yes.
The followers of the gods.
So what I figured we'd start by doing is we'll do a couple of these treacheries just to show them. So I'm at war with... Look, I was not kidding. I really need to be in constant raiding stances or my economy is gone. So I've angered absolutely everyone in Cathay. Snitch is at war with me. Locke is at war with me. All of Cathay's at war with me. One person who isn't is over here, Grimgor. But I would like somewhere where I don't need to keep making altars and I can actually just start to pillage and get some good items. So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you guys the...
You're going to anger Grimgor as well.
Do you know what? Why not? So treacheries is one of my favorite manipulations. It's quite a unique manipulation in that it unlocks a mechanic on top of a mechanic. So we've got here now these treachery buildings. You can't do these to your enemies. Right, so you can only do these to allies and neutral factions.
They need to trust you a little bit in order for you to perform this.
They do, but I now have a 5-turn countdown to do something with this.
Yeah, basically they're looking that you're doing some shenanigans there, and the best way for you is to exploit them as fast as possible. So as soon as you manage to extract the most power out of these treacheries, the best you're gonna be actually going to be out.
And having a look here, so the coolest thing about these, and I'm not sure if people grabbed it, but they spread. So if you complete the treachery here, this will spread into others. They can be discovered, I think, much like, you know, an Undercity can.
No, they are with a fixed duration, so that is the duration below the treacheries where you can see. They cannot be discovered, but basically that duration represents the discoverability. If the duration expires, they will be removed without any effects applying from them anymore, and you're not going to gain anything. You are going to gain, however, negative diplomatic events with the faction that you are treacherying against. And also, in order to spread them, you would need to be a little bit more aggressive so you can actually influence further the faction and try to conquer them while you're spreading your treacheries.
So, let's... I mean, I don't think they're going to be using much ammunition. I really like being fast. I like having full Vanguard deployment. So let's start building this up in the hopes that we will betray Grimgor before he betrays us. I mean, I am currently, as I said, I really am upsetting everyone. So I am raiding in his territory at the moment. There's a chance he'll declare war on me first, but it's all right. I've established that treachery now.
Treacheries are pretty good in order to speed up your campaign towards acquiring some faction or acquiring new territories. They're a pretty good tool.
So there's a question, are we meant to attack the settlement with the treachery under it? Yes, absolutely. So the goal now is within 5 turns. This will increase it by 1. But within 5 turns, I want to attack this place to spread this treachery to these 2 other locations and to have all of these buffs for that treachery.
Yeah, technically you get some buffs while treachery is active there. You don't really need to attack to get these buffs, but if you want to extract the most out of them and to spread them, you do need to attack and get that set.
You do. So the faster, it really encourages you to attack as quickly as you can. But again, it's Sayl's whole theme of gambling. I have so many times overextended because I want to keep all of my treacheries and use them all, and I've just gone 1 settlement too far. And I've gone 1 settlement too far, my army's slightly too battered, and then, here comes the reinforcements. So we'll see if that happens here. But that's why I say for me, like, Sayl's whole, it's push your luck. Everything, and oh my gosh, a better example of it cannot be me at 7 out of the 8 that's going to trigger the gods.
Very close.
So there's anything I do here is going to cause an issue. But I was planning on creating a greater demon in this army, and that is definitely going to get me in trouble. This is also a favourite of enabling attrition. I will say, I don't know where Miao Ying is. she went over here and has disappeared. So I think in ambush stance somewhere. So this could go very wrong very quickly. And I'm trying to keep some of these as a panic button. But immediate wall breaches would be nice here to quickly take Nangao. I mean, I think I saw on Reddit some of the people picking up on these are insane. Blind Wars and Torn Treaties.
Something worth mentioning is that Sayl is quite formidable if you look at from the other side of the bastions.
Yep.
If you play with Grand Cathay, Sayl is going to pushing these walls hard.
Will the AI be using any of the manipulations?
They would, yes.
Well, this also, Rest from the Wicked has saved me so many times. When there's a couple of armies and you only want to fight one of them, and you don't have Lightning Strike, this is a fantastic ability to get. Okay, I think... So I could do this, because I am currently recruiting.
But there might be consequences.
Oh, there will be. But, you know, what are these streams if not me pushing my luck?
You have the freedom to do them, you have the freedom to explore, but there will be repercussions.
There will. All right, I'm going to give these guys a Greater Demon, because, as you can see, this army isn't great. And I think they could just use something. Okay. Oh, here we go. So, we've triggered the Eye of the Gods. So... And this is why I mean he's the push his luck army, because there is an option here where nothing happens. Well, a very weak army will attack me, but 50-50, it's weaker or stronger. And, I always take it, and it's always stronger.
It is still keep in mind that the earlier repercussions are weaker, and the more you grow and the more you push it, the worse it's going to get.
I'll say though, so there's I think four different sets of dilemmas you can get for each bracket. I'd say one of them, the harshest I had in the early game, I was really being very cavalier in throwing out these manipulations. One of these was global recruitment times +1, or like recruitment times +1. And like -1 slots. So it was like 5 turns for me to recruit some of my units away from home. Absolutely brutal. I think we misdirect them and we hope.
I mean, it could work.
Holding fingers.
If it works, it's going to be very few units.
I assume we'll see them pop up at the end of the... Oh, there they are. Oh, this looks like it may have paid off. But this is what I mean, and like it's the moments where I need a treachery to do something. And what I do find funny, I did name this character Tarpit, which I forgot to change before the stream because he was tarpitting Greasus, who just kept trying over and over to take granite spikes. He can get all of the manipulations he wants, and it is Sayl who suffers all of the consequences from me pushing. All right, we'll end turn and we'll see what happens then.
Well, it's technically Sayl who is instructing him to do those manipulations.
Oh, this could be... Yeah, that's fine. I did also raid Tarmukan a little bit. Everyone's been raided a little bit. But that's what you'd expect if you've got Norskan neighbours.
Especially not overextending.
You are still Norskan.
Exactly. And you can still do the monster hunts?
You can still do the monster hunts, yeah.
Sayl has a little bit more limited access at the beginning as he starts in the Chaos Wastelands and not that many monsters actually offer hunts in the Chaos Wastelands. And you need to push through the bastions if you want to get something different, but as everybody else, he has access to them. But as you noticed, Throg is much more tailored towards actually doing the hunts, much more versatility.
Yes.
Wulfrik can hunt variety because he has the mobility, and Sayl is a bit, it's okay, but not great.
Yep. One thing I forgot to show is one of my favourite... I don't know if it's new. I assume it is. I haven't played Throg in a long time. One of the Throg skills you guys have added of giving him ancillaries per tier. Is that Throg? Who gets like an ancillary for... Maybe... No, I don't think I'm wrong. It's like a Fimir ancillary. Am I going crazy? A Troll ancillary. You're looking at me like I'm crazy. I swear, guys, I swear that's a skill for Throg. We'll check it towards the end of the stream. But yes, I was looking through sales skills as well. I wanted to show off that he's got leader of the... Oh, people are saying yes, it's Throg. The leader of the Dolgan. Really great getting perfect vigor for the horsemen. They are flying around the map with that. So I did see there was some concern that he wouldn't get it. But yes, it does have the buff.
Horseman is a really good fit for Sayl in his campaign. Like he is able to buff them to much better places than the rest.
I mean, I don't know. I like them in all my armies with Norska, but yes, Sayl makes them much better. Sayl also has a pretty unique combination of spells because I think he's the only lord that has access to heavens and shadow. I think.
Yep. He has a mixed spell lore, Heavens and Shadow, which you can explore and use. He is a good spellcaster at the end.
He is, and still one of my favorite spells. Like, I don't know. There's other spells in this tree. You're probably only going to see me use this, and I apologize for that in advance.
Yeah, pendulum is pretty nice.
Yeah, it's just. I mean, that and
Well,
the
we've
Nightmare.
also done VFX rework and some updates to the Lore of Heavens as well. So Uranon's Thunderbolt, for example, quite different now.
There was a question there. He doesn't have a blue line.
Yep.
He doesn't. He's not out there to help lead these forces.
He's all about himself.
Yeah.
Basically.
Right. That's going to be the end of that turn. I think we're going to wait one more turn before we enact our master plan over here. Do we want to? How bad is this? I mean, I can win that. I don't need to do anything to that settlement. I do not know where the Storm Dragon is, and I'm terrified. Also, Snitch has just over and over attacked Terracotta Graveyard. Is there anything I want to do here that's going to help me? I mean, it would be funny to see if I can turn Cathay against itself. Oh, but they're not even allied. Oh, they're trading. No. It's just Josh never picking Root Marcher. I will say, Root Marcher, raiding camp is my favourite stance for any Norskan army now. If you guys see, when I go on no stance, I am suddenly losing money. But if I'm in raiding camp, everything's fine, and I can pretend that I have a sustainable economy. So definitely recommend checking out some of the raiding stances for them. Also, raiding stances is one of the objectives for the Bearstrom.
Yeah, you need to be raiding to get Bjork and to unlock him.
Your economy is raiding. You are Norskan.
It is, and to show as well some of the abilities he has. I think it's these two, that buff the Marauder Bearmen down here. That Vanguard deployment for them is very nice.
Yeah, he can make Marauder really, really strong. So playing with him and Kurgan Horseman with perfect vigor running around, using that devastating flanker, it's pretty strong.
Yeah,
even though not such an expensive army.
As soon as we've hit this end turn as well, I will show an answer to. This is what I mean. He's so annoying. I did nothing to him apart from I raided him a little bit, but this is an overreaction. All I did was take some money. He doesn't even need money. He needs food. Someone was asking if. Oh yes. Oh. Yes. Someone was asking if there is a way for Sayl to get the unique lords. So, they will be pleased to see I have one.
Yes, Sayl actually, as one that attracts a lot of attention, attracts attention to more than a single lord or hero. So he's going to be the only one from Norska that can get two of them.
Yeah, and it makes a lot of sense for me to recruit him. I mean, I've got a lot of stuff going on over there. He's coming in at but I just really like Tarpit. I've really grown fond of him. Honestly, he's been through a lot having to fight Greasus, and it just feels wrong to kick him out. But there's the Greater Demon we managed to get as well, the Keeper of Secrets. All right, so we're going to declare war. I don't think I need to do any more betrayals on that. We're good. We're going to declare war. We just want to start pillaging. I am so low on spoils, and I really want to upgrade my buildings. So, that's a start for someone who's going to have to take a lot more places after this. So 427 spoils immediately, and an army to send back with 800 more. Will we get a Raider's reward, though? That's what the stream is. We don't end the stream until I get a Raider's reward.
Those are quite rare.
They are. We did not get a Raider's reward. The stream continues. Right, these guys we're going to want to send back. I don't think they're going to be assaulted on the way. Oh, no. Oh, I've made a huge mistake.
I mean...
Okay. Oh, no. Okay, this is But the good...
treacheries, I think, though.
Yes.
Have any upgrades
Or
to the marauding army?
I will say I started this save. This is why I said I think the treacheries can be discovered. I started this save a week ago on a different build, and I don't think the spreading treacheries was in it because when I did it on my I did a Skaven one, and I spread it there, and they all got discovered and destroyed the next turn. So I think because I've started this save on an old build, that's not working too well there.
Yes, we had a bug about this. So
Right. I mean, it's good. I'm not taking another province anyway. He's going to be absolutely battered by Grimgor. Okay, let's take over here. Oh, I will fight a battle, but I like to pick my battles that I fight on stream. This is so painful because I really should raise a Chaos Altar. I do need more, but look at that.
That's almost close.
that's good numbers, both.
Oh, look at sacking it as well. I mean, I think I've got a buff somewhere that oh, maybe it's just turned off. I had a buff where I was getting double. What would you guys do? I do need to.
I don't know what your current plan is.
You should get an item, that's the goal now.
Yeah.
Just do raising.
Okay. Let's see. Oh, no. No. And that is a good point. I've managed to get Masters of the North, so I've defeated the Norskans, and that global recruitment capacity is really nice. That was 10 battles against them. I did the same with Warriors of Chaos. I had a massive war with Village, and then Cathay, obviously, I've managed to take the place rather than do the 10 battles. Oh, no, I think I did do the 10 battles. But Mastery of the Elemental wins, very nice. Okay, we need to get this guy home, and I've just realised there is actually a gate he's going to have to go through. So, do you know what? A great and intentional example of what it's like when you've got these spoils, and now we've got to accompany this quite weak person back to make sure we get all of those spoils. Can you raise an altar on a settlement you previously raised on the subsequent turn? No, you can only colonize it.
No.
Yeah.
Or better yet, wait for others to colonize it. And then make an altar.
I'm going to give him mental...
On the side, just waiting for somebody to come. Come, join me.
I know Sayl's meant to be selfish, but I think for Tarpit, I think he would share. Right. I am trying to buff up the Marauders I've got here as much as I can, because I suspect Grimgor's going to come and have a problem with us raising Blizzard Peak. Bjorg as well. Is On the Hunt worth getting here? Probably not. I'm not going to use him as an agent. Let's just get our Natural Thirst and keep the health. All right.
Keep him strong in battle.
Exactly.
I mean, he can probably hold up against Grimgor at least for a while. But he is with Sayl right now. He's not where Grimgor is, so
yeah,
I guess that's not going to help.
Right. I will end turn in a second. I'm just reading the chat. Are you guys going to do anything about the fact that nearly all Chaos factions recruit Chosen at tier 3? I think we have seen that there's a fair amount of feedback at that.
Yeah, there's a fair amount of feedback for this, and I can say that we are looking into actually doing some adjustments there.
I should upgrade some of these. I don't want to... Look, you can see I really start to lose my economy when I don't have... Okay.
You have enough, though.
It's never enough. I want the biggest pile of gold that I can put, that my mammoth can stand on top of the pile of gold. Okay. Let's... there we go. Clan Eshin did nothing. Maybe I should force Clan Eshin. If I can get the top tier of manipulations, I'm going to force Clan Eshin to declare war on everyone. Okay. We continue. Where's Grimgor? Okay, so here is a great time to use... We got one turn left until the attention of the gods drops. But we can't wait one turn because I would like to force Grimgor to take attrition. And I think the unfortunate thing is I would also like to halt him. Because I want to spend a turn to replenish. But there's no way I'm not going to hit. Unless, like, what is it? So 10 and it triggers at 17? 16? 17. All right, so I'm at 10. The lowest I can get is 5 and the most I'll get is 9. So I'll do this...
I think.
I'll do this one first. Okay, so he's taking attrition. That's great. Look at that. Immediate. But that's still going to kill me. Yeah, that's definitely going to kill me. So let's try and stop it. How bad did it go?
Oh, that would definitely jump over.
How bad did it go, the first one?
I'm on 14. So in theory, 2 won't do anything. In theory, I'm okay.
33% chance.
Okay. So, so here we go. We pushed it too far again. Sayl, he's in an okay place. He could probably fight that. I could do the 50-50 again. What's grinning at death? I mean, that's not awful, but leadership -10 when I'm going to have to fight Grimgor doesn't feel great with all of those marauders. And that lasts quite a while. Do you know what? Last time we did it, we were fine. Okay. Let's see if it's fine this time. I don't want these guys to reinforce. I don't want to risk losing those spoils. I'm going to put these guys in raiding camp. They replenish pretty quickly here.
Spoils. The other army carries more spoils.
They do. I'm going to taunt Grimgor. I know this could go wrong if another army attacks me and brings him in as reinforcements, but I think it's fine. I'm going to taunt him. Right, who have we got? That looks like it didn't go well for me.
Yeah.
Oh... Okay, so we're gonna run over here, and we're gonna fight. Oh, there we go. Okay, so at least they're taking some damage. That's they're all exalted. Okay.
About the army with the spoils.
That is a very good problem because do you know what? I should have just sent them to the terracotta graveyard. I can't lose all of this, so they're gonna have to follow Sayl, and I think we're gonna have to make this a chaos altar, and then we can put them in there to claim it. And then accept whatever happens after that. But next turn, at least, this is gonna drop down, so you know, could be worse. Right, there was a question as well of, I think we're getting two very different sets of messages. So one of them asking about increasing the Chaos Warrior unit cap. Other people asking to decrease it. So if you could do both of those, I would appreciate that.
I will do both of those.
Okay,
Technically, it's not impossible to do both.
Yeah, we are doing it right now, actually.
Yeah.
In real time.
Am I going to be okay taking... What's the garrison here? Oh, it's nothing.
Yeah, it shouldn't be a problem.
So it didn't... I think this is because I'm on the old build. It didn't drop. Because, again, which is really, guys, I think the thematic punishment for this stream is that I have to suffer using that. Because I was going to immediately damage their garrison for 50% just so we take less casualties.
Don't need to use it all the time.
Look, we have 30 minutes left, and I want to see just how bad of a situation I can get myself into with gambling as his abilities. Okay, I think we can just take that. Yeah, that's fine. And then we establish an altar. But I do want to try and get a Raider's reward. No.
No. You need an altar, you need the other army to be able to...
I do. So someone asked if the Grand Ritual does anything if you complete it.
Yeah, the Grand Ritual gives faction-wide benefits. And it's part of the Sayl's victory conditions as well.
Yep.
Yes. So to show those as well, we've nearly done a 10 off of a short victory. So maybe by turn 60, I'll have done that. And then we've got to be doing manipulations. See, so there's a good reason to be doing as many as I can and winning the final battle. Okay, so here's why I wanted all those spoils. Because I can now spend them all, not having to try and get to 5 growth and then spend 7,200. I can skip ahead a little bit with some of those. There is also these buildings here, Horde Pit, which is interesting, where it's passively spending your spoils for income. What I like is you can swap between the two. So we have decent spoils at the moment. I'm happy to start spending some more and losing some in that way. Right, let's get this guy over here. I mean, this is probably the buffer for spending these spoils. Right, we got 1 turn left on this, and then we're going to be at full health, and he's going to have taken attrition. And I think we'll maybe...
Whiskey?
14 and 17.
No, I'm talking about Grimgor. 17.
It's not awful. Yes. Tarpit has defeated Greasus. I believe in Tarpit. We'll see if I end up doing a manipulation on him. Okay, let's just grab Windmaker, and I will skip the rest and move on. Right, I've given us a lovely view for the end turn there. What's that circle that was beside Grimgor's settlements? That was because I did the treacheries there. So, honestly. Because I did the treacheries there, I think you can get discovered if you have... do you know what? I think that's where the Skaven War may have happened. If you've got too many treacheries in different places. Do we fight this or do we auto-resolve it? Oh, wow.
Do you want to win?
I mean, Tar Pit will live.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I'll let chat decide on if we fight that or... The problem's going to be if we fight it and I lose. That's always the risk. We do have the Regiment of Renown in there that I'm a big fan of.
You also have a Keeper of Secrets.
I do.
The Keeper of Secrets did get a little bit buffed, by the way.
So this was me forgetting that the 2 turns that he's stunned for refresh on his turn and not on my turn.
Yep.
And I should have moved away. I saw the 1 and I was like, that's nothing left. Okay, we'll fight it. Okay, let's see. What have we got? That's not bad. We can funnel them in there. What have they got?
We need to figure out who is fighting Grimgor.
Yeah, this is not the battle I expected to play on the stream. I think maybe the Javelin Hunters could take him out. I mean, the Keeper of Secrets. He doesn't typically have much armor, does he? Does he? At least I've got my mage.
We did buff the Keeper of Secrets' physical resistance and health a bit, so it is going to be tougher, but still.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Just in time to have buffed them. All right, let's see what we can do here. I don't have the Vanguard deployment because I don't have Bjorg in this army, but they're still pretty good. I've got these Chaos Spawn. They are attacking me, which is nice. So I'm thinking I might try and get some flanking round on the artillery over there. And maybe these guys can shoot in from the
You have Throg
sides.
and here, so they are going to be quite good on the flank.
Yep. All right. Let's just see how this goes. Okay. Oh. How strong is he? Oh, man. Okay, this is fine. All right, these guys will sneak around. I mean, they are probably just going to sit there and shoot me, aren't they? But at least they're shooting trolls. So that's not awful. All right, we'll sneak these guys round. Should I charge them? Should I try and take out the artillery with the horses? I'm going to...
They're going to catch the horses pretty fast. They already sold them.
Yeah, I mean, if I throw one into the Snotling pump wagons...
You have to distract first, I guess, before you try this flanking maneuver.
Yeah, I guess maybe it's worth... Like, the choke point does get a little bit tighter up, so I don't mind moving up a little bit. They have the ranged advantage here by quite a ways. They're just charging me. That's fantastic. I'll gladly take that. Then, do you know what? While they're disrupted by the cavalry, this is it. Everyone move in. After the last stream, you taught me this Control G and then attack forward. I genuinely had no idea about that until you told me. So, thank you very much. Right, we're going to charge in. I do want people to move at their own speed, though. So let's pick out some specific targets.
Make sure you use the abilities for the Keeper of Secrets.
Okay, yes, we will. Right, I mean, those dogs are dead. Everyone is walking very slowly, so we're just going to have to break out of this and try and keep them all clustered here. These guys have won that engagement. Is that a Goblin Big Boss fighting them? Oh, no. Okay, what's this? Oh. All right, we will try. Yeah, I think we've done pretty. Like the horsemen did a pretty good job of disrupting their disrupting them. Let me quickly check chat. Oh no, I shouldn't have looked at chat. They said this is rough to watch. Hey, it's not over yet. All right. And I think if I can deal with Grimgor, I'm in a pretty good spot. Right, where are people?
Oh yes, but that's a big if.
I don't know. He's just an orc. Right, I do love my Law of Metal, so we'll see if we can utilize that where we can. I don't know where this guy's going. He's going to have a fight. Okay, let's see if we can spot our Keeper of Secrets. There we go. So getting stuck in there, doing well. So you're saying they've been buffed up a little bit?
Yeah, defensively mostly, though.
Yes, you should use his abilities as well.
I will. I was reminded to, and I did immediately forget. But there we go. Where are my horsemen? So they're pretty much dead. But these guys, I mean, honestly, you always forget. Orc Arrow boys, they're still orcs. You know? at the end of the day, they're still able to do some pretty decent damage. My spellcaster being involved in their own little melee isn't great, so I'm going to try and get them out of there. As long as Tarpit lives, I don't care. That is my goal with this battle.
You should be quicker then.
Oh no, not my spellcaster! Oh no, not Tarpit! Okay, so we've broken on this flank. I do think we probably won this relatively fine. I think the problem is if Tarpit survives it, and that's really the only reason I played. Okay, Orc Biggins, they'll drop down. Is my spellcaster out? Yeah, he's broke. That's fine. He'll come back and then he can cast some spells. You just orcs. They're very strong. Is that one horseman left? All right. Who's he gonna harass to make sure they don't come back? Maybe these goblin archers. Right. We've at least got them flanked over there. The Keeper of Secrets seems to be doing a decent job. There we go. They're broken. I just wanted...
Even after all, you did make a whole manipulation to get him. So.
I did. Oh, there we go. I didn't even have to kill Grimgor. I'm going to kill Grimgor. We're going to hunt down Grimgor. He is not getting out of this battle alive. If everyone could just make sure he dies, then we'll be fine. So there we go. We didn't lose all of our army. Did we lose? We didn't even lose the wizard, so we did better than the auto-resolve. Sure, we have one horse. I think the other one is entirely dead. But there we go. Am I going to sit here and wait for Grimgor to die? How long do we have left? 25 minutes. Let me check chat and see if they've got anything there.
Just make sure you're not shooting javelins at your own man.
Hey, look, I've got to keep him motivated. All right. Who's going to be able to keep up with him because he's starting to break away? Let's just send the Keeper of Secrets, I guess, and then they can. Let's just definitely make sure he doesn't get away. Do you know what? I don't mind leaving him on very low health, so that when he comes at me again, I can just finish him off quickly, and they haven't replaced him with someone else. Someone asked which difficulty this is on. All of the Tides of Torment streams that you'll have seen, I've played on hard, which is, I think, our most played on difficulty. Normal, hard, one of those two. Wow, Josh actually won. What are the lottery numbers? Guys, do not ask me for the lottery numbers. I've lost every single gamble as Sayl so far. Sayl has been hunted by a second army that had a 50-50 chance of being weak or strong, and I got the strong one. So I'm not the person to put your money on at the moment. Okay, so that's not awful. We're going to replenish a little bit, and we'll replenish more in the raiding stance, and then we'll keep pillaging over there. Unfortunately, with this being... Oh, that's fine. We could... Oh, that's painful. All right, that's fine. We will... Oh, he's come back for more. This is what I mean, though. Like, luckily, I managed to grab that settlement and have some sort of garrison there to help me. If I'd been caught out in the open by that Nurgle army straight away, I would be in much worse condition. So luckily, we had the time to replenish. But now it's time to call in some reinforcements. So, Dreadmore's still going to take a while to bring in. I haven't yet got the Chimera, right? I think those spoils buildings are still under development. Yep. We can now upgrade our settlement. I have, honestly, you can see how much buffed they are by, I think, Sayl, I've been investing a little bit in Fearsome Warriors. So I'll do a little bit more there. But him and Bjorg working together, this is what I mean. Like, they really are punching above their weight at this point. Down to, like, they have the same weapon strength as a Chaos Warrior with halberds. They aren't quite as good as the champions, but, you know, they're better in some ways. They've got their own little things going on.
They're cheaper. They're faster to recruit.
Yes. Someone asked as well if we can see Sayl's unique tech. And so we do have Pacts of Enmity, which I could recruit. Research, which will reduce the attentions of the god by -1 for all tiers. So slightly improving your odds and increasing the cooldowns.
Just a tiny note, we did nerf this a little bit, so they no longer reduce the cooldown, the attention. Sorry.
So yeah, we are on, I think this build is about a week old, and the save is a little bit older than that. So there are there's a little bit where they're fighting. I didn't get it out of respect of the fact that it has been nerfed. So we'll instead go for...
Very good news. We are looking into the balancing and to all these things, so that's going to be an ongoing process. We did saw that the manipulations, repercussions could do with a little bit of an increase. So that would
Yeah.
be
So
the future.
again, like I'm looking at it, and I've got my Marauder Bearmen and my Chaos Warriors. I know that there's that discussion of Chaos Warriors, but I prefer my Marauder Bearmen at this point, even to Berserkers.
More about the Chosen rather than the Chaos Warriors.
Oh yes. And I don't think I've got them on my tree yet. Right. What do I want? I probably need something fast. So let's grab a couple of... I don't think I had the armored ones available. Oh, I did. Oh, they're 3 turns. It's not happening. Okay. Does anything particularly bad happen if you max out the attention of the gods? I think we're going to find out together on this stream. I've never hit the max. But I'll tell you what, guys. In the next 20 minutes, we'll make sure that by the end of this stream, we have hit the max attention of the gods. How often do you guys hit the max attention of the gods when you're playing?
Try not to. That's not the... Well, I mean, I guess depends.
We're going to sneak this way around.
You can always save and see what happens.
No!
I'm a more risky player. I like to play on the higher tiers of the attention.
Then
I see the value of being on the edge.
that's what we'll do. I'm thinking maybe great weapons? Although orcs don't have a huge amount of armor, apart from the...
If you're going to be fighting predominantly orcs, I would prefer dual wielding.
Okay.
Horsemen,
We'll
if
go for
that's
dual
what you're
wielding.
going for.
Again, I have really been saved by the tech that... Oh, we never showed off the Cursed Etin in the battle video that we did.
Root caller, yeah.
Yeah, I completely forgot about him. He is one, and the funny thing as well, he's one of my favorite units that we've added. Like the spells are fantastic. So we'll
the animations the most.
yeah. Okay, we'll make sure that we go into some Sayl battle. Right. I am very quickly just gonna keep buffing everyone up, and oh, we've unlocked Colossal Strike, the final ability from there. Well, that's very nice. Yeah, he's done a lot of damage against some of the big monsters we've had to fight. Okay, we do have building upgrades available. I could use some of my spoils. I could use some of my money. I maybe don't have to be in raiding stance all the time now, guys. My economy may have hit a point where I don't constantly have to anger absolutely everyone everywhere I go. There was a question if Sayl and Tarmukan have any unique interaction. Oh.
Who has...
Sayl and Tarmukan.
I'm guessing
Tarmukan?
Clan Ashen is hitting them pretty hard in the back or what?
Yeah. I mean, maybe let's see if Clan Ishin also asks for peace.
I doubt it.
Okay, we've delivered our spoils. They're dead. All right. Where are we marching on next? I mean, I shouldn't have taken peace with them. That's why they took peace with me. Is it bad if I immediately declare war on them again? I know it's awful for my reliability.
I'm going to get your reliability.
But, I mean, what is my reliability? Do you know?
That's so for you.
Yeah, I mean, I could go over and bosh Lockyer. Someone asking, what is the Sayl icon in the diplomacy screen?
The what icon?
Someone's saying Sayl's icon in the diplomacy screen. I'm not sure what they're talking about, so I'm just seeing if they clarify.
Okay.
I can't see anything, but I'm hoping someone will point out what I'm missing. Unfortunately, we're on like a 10-second delay. So by the time... I'll go to Tarmukan and you will see it there. I think I'm saying Tarmukan wrong as well. Is it Tamukan? Oh, he's... it's too late! It's too late for him! Sorry, guys. Oh, he had a small Sayl icon on the porthole. Unfortunately, he's dead. So that's the way the sandbox goes. Right. Can we get here? No. Oh. All right. Let's do some more gambling. Right, what have we got? I can disable recruitment. That doesn't help because they're already there. I always do this as soon as it's available. Just to see what I get. This is what I mean. Like, Norska are such a great faction for... Oh, I should give him items. For items. Like, you have so many different ways of getting good items. Some barrier would be nice because I like to throw them into things, apparently. Any better armor? I am low on armor. Maybe that's something that we should be trying to raid. And I think I'm pretty low on talismans as well. Okay. You can have that.
I mean, this is still far more items than what you would usually have with most factions.
It is. So Vigor and Battle Tired has been pretty useful as just a very quick and cheap way to...
Yeah, again, I will mention people sometimes underestimate the effects of Vigor and how important it is in battle.
And correct me if
fighting the tired army is going to be a lot more in your field.
Correct me if I'm wrong. I think I've noticed this because I've seen a difference, but I'm pretty sure these manipulations do have an effect on the auto-resolve.
Well, the ones that are changing
yes.
one way or another, they are always going to be counted in the auto-resolve as well.
Yeah, there's a bunch of damaging manipulations as well, which will also have an impact. So yes, technically they do.
If the enemy army is tired, has less vigor, this is going to be taken into account when the auto-resolve is...
Yeah, so that may have... ooh, regeneration. I fully put him in with the crow because I wanted regen. As you guys have seen, I'm not the massive micro player, all right? I enjoy the battles, and I usually win them, but I don't win them in a pretty way. So regeneration is very nice to have in my pocket there.
Don't always have to be pretty, as long as it works.
Exactly. Who are we attacking? I mean, they're rebels. Everyone will be happy if we take them out. All right, let's have a look. Okay, so yes, also, as we said, he does have access to the Monstrous Arcanum and Monster Hunts. I may actually start doing some of them soon to try and get some of those items.
You're doing so many treacheries, you are not going to have enough time. Monstrous Arcanum.
I should raise an altar, but I really do want an item. Oh no, nothing good that time.
The chance to get an item increased by the type of settlement that
do you guys...
possibility that you're actually experiencing some bug from that build, because the chance is higher than the number of drops that you did.
Okay. I mean, honestly, guys, it's every chance I'm just unlucky. So do you remember at the very start of the stream where I said I don't know where the Storm Dragon is?
Oh, there she is.
They're probably going to pop up at some point.
She's behind you.
I mean, honestly, how did I miss her? Did we not hear the war drums across the entire country? Here's the thing, guys. I've used all my manipulations to attack enemy armies on Grimgor. I mean, I can help my own in-battle... Okay. This is fine.
I think this is like the 10th time I hear you say it.
This is fine. I can't recruit. I could go back here and colonize this. I think I might have to do that.
You surely have enough spoils.
Yeah, so okay. We're going to go back. Sorry, guys. We didn't mean to pillage. It was an accident. We're here to settle. I think we're going to have to get rid of the units that aren't going to replenish quickly enough and just recruit something new. Awful use of money, I know. But I think we're going to have to do it. So let's throw in, like, a Feral Manticore would be nice. We don't really have anything that can fly over and take out that artillery.
You do have a Dreadmaw.
I do have a Dreadmaw. He is still wounded from my quest battle.
It is amazing at taking out artillery, though. Because especially when you use the dip tunneling, you can get close to the artillery really fast. And... yeah, it's going to be very good against it.
This might sound...
the front lines advance, if you manage to time it well, Dreadmaw. Very good.
So when are we getting anything back here? We've got about 5 turns on the good stuff. Is it crazy if I throw my spoils army over here to distract her? Maybe. But, you know...
I don't think there's going to be a big distraction.
It's not, but, you know, they might kill a drum. That would be nice. Okay, this is fine. All right, let's see... Grimgor, really. I gambled so hard on Grimgor, and now, like, how close am I? 17 to 24. I'm on 20. Oh, so even if I get something, there's a decent chance. Because mistakes have been made. Honestly. Okay, let's see what happens. Use the pillage army to trick into
that. Some manipulations are good to use now, and
yeah.
Yeah.
That was expected, kind of.
Okay, well that's one... Oh, is this peace? We'll take it. Everyone comes crawling back in the end, apart from Clan Eshin, who will just continue continue attacking. I have a question about the Dreadmaw. The last sentence in the blog post seems to imply that when they rout, they're just gone. Is that the case?
Yes, that's the case. If they route once, they are going to leave the battlefield.
Okay.
Also, similar to flying units, if you are not left with any other units on the battlefield to engage in melee or stuff like that, the Dreadmaws are also going to start losing their shit.
Yeah, so no Dreadmaw Doomstacks.
Yeah, you need to keep them engaged and to fight with them, because you can't just hide them on the ground and stay there and do nothing with them.
I'm going on the offensive, guys. The attrition, I had at least, until everything was starting to be destroyed, heavily invested in causing attrition in this region. So this is it. We're gonna strike while the iron's hot. They're not recovering. We're going for it. Someone did ask if we can show Sayl's unique abilities. I think we did flash through them earlier. But worth noting, a lot of stuff about upkeep and increasing campaign range. The backstabbing sorcery is a unique passive, so doing a bit of damage. Is that to everyone on the battlefield? A little bit of damage whenever you're casting a spell?
Yes, a little bit of damage, not too much, but every time someone is casting a spell, they're going to be feeling it.
Spell intensity here is really nice as well. It's not quite as much spell intensity as you get as the unique Tzeentch Lord, which I think you can get to like 250 if you make them selfish. But still very good. All right, it's
caster, but he is not that fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, he cannot measure up to some of the great casters.
What do you guys? Do you guys think I could win this? So he's got a warg army, and there is a garrison. But I could damage that garrison by 50%. Enemy leadership minus 20 for the garrison. I think this is a smart move.
I mean, if you want to attack there,
I think this is.
It is winnable.
Okay. I didn't realize I'd completely forgotten that we are actually.
You maxed it out.
Well, that was the intention.
Yeah.
You did say.
I did say I'd do it by 5 o'clock. I'll tell you what. On my other campaign save, I had the Purple Hand hideout, and honestly, Purple Hand hideout with Sayl, fantastic. I'm letting them spread everywhere I want. I've got so much like there because they increase like all of the money that you get, and like I don't care about Tzeentch corruption. Do whatever you want. Absolutely fantastic building to get. I don't think I want a Slanesh cult. What's the Serpent's Worship? 10k isn't too bad. I mean, it's pretty bad because I'm on negative money.
Yeah, you're okay. You have enough.
I think it's 22 is.
Yeah, you have enough of a buffer.
What do you? I mean, this is awful. For 5 turns, this is awful. I'm gonna take the army. I don't want to. I've worked really hard to get this money. I'm gonna fight the army. As I say, like we do everything for Tarpit, and Sayl is the one who has to pay all the prices. Okay, what's this? See, there we go. We did it. It all worked out in the end. Tarpit's even enjoying being part of a rock. Okay, and that's Grimgor dead, and we can. Now we're gonna get an item. I swear, this is cursed. I am cursed. I've managed to max this out. I've not got one of the items that I wanted.
You should have gotten one by now.
Yeah.
I've got Withersmut, the Queen of Excess, chasing me down. Mao Ying is probably going to team up with them.
Well,
This-
I mean,
I would like this to be a
you
lesson.
wanted your 10,000 gold, I guess.
And now I can't do any more. Okay,
Yeah.
let this be a lesson to everyone on why gambling's bad.
For the items, it's worth mentioning that while you're not getting the special unique items for reasons,
Yeah.
you are getting magic items. So
Yeah, I mean they are. It is definitely working in the build because I got them with Wulfrik.
Yeah.
So it is just I have just been unlucky.
that's possible.
Oh, honestly, Snitch. Every turn he attacks that place. Oh, and now he's raised it. Fantastic.
Ooh.
Oh no. Okay,
There he
he's run
goes.
away. He's run away. If Tarpit dies, that's the end of the stream. I know we've only got 5 minutes left, but I don't think I'd be able to recover. Okay, what am I losing? I'm not actually losing. I'm only losing the entire garrison. I imagine also taking a ton of damage on these units. We could play this, and that'd be the. Oh my god!
Oh, maybe Keeper of Secrets is that?
Oh, look at his health. What is Sayl's
You maxed
health?
it out, man. You maxed it out.
So there's a bunch of them coming through you. I mean, this is
So you can play this and be clever around it and win it.
I want to show off the cursed Etin. It's the thing. I have one anti-large. I think it's Bjorg, and that's it. I just
Right. Didn't get the great one. Yeah.
okay. Well, we have 5 minutes left in the stream. All right. If this goes poorly for Sayl, let it be a lesson. Look at his health. He can't even get close. Okay. At least I've got the Dreadmore. Right. Okay. Honestly, I don't really care about the settlement garrison. They're
going to rush you.
They
That's
are.
obvious.
I'm gonna look. I just want to show off the cursed Etin. So here's what we do. I think the garrison is going to be bait. I think I'm going to send them into the middle on their own. And I think then when all of the Keeper of Secrets are smashing into them and destroying them, that's when like my Famir are going to come in, and my Trolls, and my Skinwolves. I do have Skinwolves. And then I'm going to cast, I've got loads of... Nightmare is not great against Keeper of Secrets. My favourite spell isn't great against Keeper of Secrets. This is going to be fine.
Iron's Teeth is good against Keeper of Secrets.
Yeah. Do you know what? Valgar has gotten me out of a lot of difficult situations. So maybe Valgar will power up here and he'll help out.
It's an armor-piercing profile.
What was it?
Which
5?
doesn't help that much against Keeper of Secrets.
All right.
6, 7 Keeper of Secrets? 5 Keeper? How many were?
So here's the Cursed Etin. Love the Cursed Etin. Flock of Doom has gotten so many kills for me during this campaign.
The room caller.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
Floating cursed Etins, basically.
Yes. All right. If the trolls can intercept them, that would be nice. The Marauders, I just feel like they're here to die. You know, like what?
Keeper of Secrets sing the same with those
I mean,
lashes.
What you know when you say bait?
yeah.
That means a follow up.
I mean, the thing is, I'm trying to work out like one by one who I need to be. Like they're not playing nice with me. It's so many Keepers of Secrets, honestly. I have never had to fight this many at once. All right, Bjorg, if you can take out Withersmut. Right, we've got the Skin Wolves. I mean, I want to use the cursed. Oh, hold on. Right, where's the cursed Etin? I do want to show him off. The Dreadmore is going to pop up over here where they won't suspect it. I've got so many icons. There we go. Let's get this guy involved. Right, so we'll Flock of Doom here, I guess. It's where there's the most enemies. But these guys as well. So the Famir, there's the Valgar. We'll show some of the abilities towards the end that he has. He is fantastic at buffing them up. Like they've been an auto include for the army now. Me trying to build them up a bit. I did have the Manticore, but it doesn't. I don't see a nice thing for it to attack. Right, Sayl. There's only really one target here for the Nightmare, right? And it's this. Everything else I kind of want to be using... Where is it? Enfeebling Foe? So maybe on the ones with the most health. The Cursed Etin's getting involved, though. He's got his own Enfeebling Foe. I think he can only cast that on Lords. Alright. At least that's their Lord dead. This is fine. Just don't... If Sayl dies, as long as Sayl doesn't die, this is fine.
Well, he is on a mammoth, so it's not going to be that easy to kill him. But
Just want to show it. There he is. There he goes, off on a walk. And that's him for the day. We have got 5 more uses of that. Let's get Colossal Strike out just to try and help take out the Keeper of Secrets. Okay, Sayl, just stay back. This is fine. This has gone fine. The Marauders they're holding their own. Honestly, they're doing great.
Bjork around, they are pretty strong.
They are. In fact, there we go. This is all, and there we go. And we got to show off the Cursed Etin. But yeah, that's not.
Cursed Etin is still very potent in battle.
Cast that on absolutely nothing. It's just a flock of.
Not as much as the regular Cursed Etin variant.
Yeah, that was a warning Flock of Doom, just so that they know if they came back in that area, they would have been Flocked of Doom. Nightmare looks like it does no damage. Trust me, Nightmare against unarmored foes in particular, so you want to use it against massed infantry. Against the Skaven, it was getting hundreds of kills.
If you position it well, it can be dead.
There was no good target for the Nightmare here, really, apart from the weakened Exalted Demonettes. That was fine. I lost no one entirely. Oh, guys, I told you every time. I completely forget to raise the Dreadmore. I forgot to pop him out. I got him in a perfect flanking position, and I just never popped him out.
But no, as I said before, this is a unit will require a lot more micro management. So be ready for that.
Yes. Remember to pop him up.
All sorts of shenanigans with it.
I think there is a tactic that I've employed, which is just popping him up right at the start, somewhere nearby, so he can at least shoot. If I forget about him, he can at least shoot. And
keep tunneling, you can move him quickly from one place to another, even if he's up already. So.
And there we go. That's the victory we were looking for. Right. Yeah, moral support from underground. He was just causing some tremors, making sure everyone knew if they happen to go underground, they'd have to fight someone. Okay, I'm just seeing if anyone had anything else they requested that they wanted to see. There was someone asking about if we could show Sayl's second line, but I'm not entirely sure. I mean, maybe they were asking about the spells. Interesting mix.
So as we already said, it's a mixed spell lore.
There's Ardent Abomination's nice for the Cursed Etin, so we got both variants there that are buffed. So the one we didn't get to see was the one without the spellcasting, but honestly, you want the spellcaster. He is so...
I mean, the other Cursed Etin is much better in melee combat.
So that is where we are. We're a little bit battered, but you know what? We can't anger the gods any more than we have. We also can't do any manipulations for the next 4 turns. I think Tarpit's dead. So that, he's got nowhere really good to go here. So that is, that's the consequences of pushing too far.
He achieved a lot more than you would expect.
He did. So that was the question about Sayl's unique items. So I'll quickly pop that up. So he does have a unique item. It is the Viper's Staff, which gives this passive. I think just doing more of that stuff where leaning into while you're casting, bad things are happening. But nice upkeep reduction, and again, another buff for the Kurgan Horseman. Okay, Tarpit, another victim of Josh. If I don't end turn, he doesn't die. So that is where we will end it. But thank you very much, everyone, for tuning in. I'm desperately trying to think if there's anything I missed, but I don't think so. The only other thing I want to show off maybe was, I think we did talk about this, but the buffs to the Famir, really fun. Like, they feel really, really great with a Famir Noble. And obviously you can get that with any of our Norskan Lords with this DLC. That's right.
Yeah,
right?
It's working really well in a Throg.
Yes.
Well. Oh, yeah.
And you know what? Then that is, just as we go to leave, I just want to check I wasn't insane. I just want to see that Throg skill that gives him ancillaries. So we all know I haven't gone genuinely insane on stream. But thank you very much for tuning in. We are going to be doing a stream next Tuesday that's going to be, I think, a little bit less explainy and a little bit more fun. You guys are going to have the ability... I think maybe we were going to throw the poll up now. It's maybe a little bit too late to do so we might throw it out on Twitter or something. Steve's asked if I'm doing the poll. Steve, if you want to throw the poll up, whoever's still left can vote on it, on which legendary lord from the DLC will be playing on Tuesday. I don't know who my guest is going to be yet. It may be one of the people who are on screen right now. But we're just gonna play through and show a bit more of the campaign of whoever you guys pick, whoever you want to see more of. The content creators will be able to show all of the DLC lords off from Saturday and Sunday. But to make sure you guys get the choice of who we show for you guys, then we'll put that poll up now. Hopefully that will be going up soon. So the options will be Dakala, the Mask, Sayl, and Aislinn. If you vote Sayl, I am not committing to continuing this save. That is, oh, there you go, retain this. If you vote Sayl and I boot up this save and I see there's any way to get out of it, plus I guess if the save works with the patched version of the build that I'll put it onto after this just to see. If it does, I'll consider it. If it doesn't, then, 2 hours of me trying to keep a man called Tarpit alive could be fun. But we'll see how it goes. So hopefully those go up, but we'll either continue a save or I'll start afresh. We'll see what we can do. But yes, the poll's up. we'll keep that going just as we have our thank you for watching stream. But otherwise, thank you so much everyone for watching. Really appreciate you all tuning in. We'll be here on Tuesday. We won't be here next Thursday because there'll be the showcase for you guys to watch. So we're not going to be around, but we will be back the next week. I'm trying to see if we can get
next Thursday, quite an important date.
It is.
For us.
The Thursday after that, what I want to see if I can do is get a playthrough. I don't know who with, but I have the original launch build for Warhammer 1. So I want to see if I can do something cool with that, and if we can play through that and just talk about how much everything's changed over the last 10-ish years. But we'll see. Otherwise, we will see you next Tuesday, and then very excited for Thursday. So thank you very much to our guests, and thank you everyone for tuning in.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
We'll
Bye.
see you on Tuesday. Oh, but also the Era's Clash tomorrow. That'll be Pharaoh, which you guys have a vested interest in. So if you're interested in seeing some Pharaoh battles from the content creators, we'll see you tomorrow too. All right, I'll see what the poll results are after the stream. But otherwise, thank you very much. Goodbye.